Yeah, there we go. I think. I don't know. Whatever. We're either live or not, so you can hear me or not. But hey, I think we're on now. I'm Beth. With me here is Angel,
Hello.
and I am going to be playing some Ludum Dare games from Ludum Dare 52. Uh, One of the big parts of the jam is to play and rate other people's games, and so I'm going to very gladly be doing that. It's always a lot of fun anyway, seeing what other people come up with from the same theme. For those watching, theme this time was harvest. So we're going to see a lot of different takes on harvesting. In our game, it was harvesting visions from people who are unconscious. There are going to be farming games, of course, like the one that's on the screen right now, King of Veggies. And I'm sure there'll be all kinds of other takes on harvesting. So I'm just going to dive into it. And if anybody has any questions, let us know. I'm going to be bouncing around between screens and stuff because some of these are going to be download games, so I'm going to have to switch to those, but we'll see how that goes. First time for everything, right? So I'm going with King of Veggies first because this was made by someone I know, Pinchazumos, which I probably am pronouncing wrong because I'm terrible about pronouncing everything, but whatever. He's an awesome dude. I know him from like several months ago, and actually he said that I was the one that convinced him to join Let Him There this time.
Oh,
He's
cool.
Yeah, he did some tabletop games before and some video game stuff, but like I explained about jams to him, and so he was like, "Yeah, I'll give one a shot." And apparently, he tried this, and he had an idea he came up with, and he said, "Connexator here, I guess, is a coder, and the two of them worked together to make this happen because Pinchazumas was gonna make a tabletop game, and then I mean, this is basically a digital tabletop game, but because the format worked so much better, as a video game, that's what they ended up doing."
Neat.
Yeah. So let's see how to play. Drag cards from the right onto the board. When you plant a veggie next to another with the same number and type, you collect one from each in the matching group, which gives you points and reduces those cards by one. If you plant a veggie next to a watered border, the card's value increases by one for each side touching water. So like up here. Baskets are wild. You'll collect veggies from all adjacent groups matching its number no matter their type. See, I can see why they made this a video game because that's like really cool, like seeing that. And that would be like you can't really reduce numbers on a table, like unless you had to dig for other cards and replace them all the time. That'd be really annoying. So try to harvest as many. Oh, there we go. Use of the word harvest. I totally forgot to do that on my game. I literally don't think I put the word harvest in there once. So I'll need to fix that. Try to harvest as many veggies as possible before you run out of space. Made for Ludum Dare 52, and then by there. So let's see. A lot of the games with Ludum Dare, by the way, are web games, which
Hi, James and Jamie. Sorry.
oh no way.
Yeah.
Hey, hi. I really I did no promotion whatsoever. I just figured I'd be talking to like nobody's. Oh, hey Rochelle too.
Hi.
Hey Jamie, James, and Rochelle. So yeah, this is going to be playing this one first. It's a web game, so unlike my tabletop game, there's nothing to print. I didn't have anything to print this time either, but there's nothing to like go and gather. There's no reading to do aside from the screen. So here we go. Let's see. Oh yeah, I forgot that StreamYard has this share this tab instead button, which made it really easy to switch over here.
Nice. I like that vegetable kind of looks like it has a crown on it too.
It does. That's true. Yeah, the little like crown up there, and then
Yeah.
it looks like a crown too. Okay, I don't have audio on, so I never like judge. I'm gonna flip back over to this other screen actually really quick. When you're rating these, there are up to 7 different things you can rate them on. I think up to 7. It depends on like you can opt out of some. Like I personally opted out of the graphics because like our game, we didn't make the graphics for it. We use them from Canva, and generally you're supposed to actually make all the things if it's going to be in that category. So, and also obviously it's a tabletop game. There's no audio. I mean, you could like record something and then it's audio, but I didn't do that. So I can never rate the audio thing on here, and so this will just stay at 0 no matter what. But the rest of them we're going to be filling in here. Overall, of course, will just be like how we feel is like about the game as overall. They actually specifically say somewhere like don't just average all your star ratings for overall. Like this is just your overall feeling. So like this could be like 3 stars on everything else, but then you give it 4 stars because you really liked it or something. Just the fun of it, the innovation of it, which already looks like it's going to be pretty high. The theme obviously looks like it's fitting, so it does seem pretty funny. So humor. And then mood. Mood is just like a general, like, how does it feel? Like, does it capture whatever mood it's going for? So, like, if it's a darker game or if it's a horror game, does it make you feel scared? Does it make you feel like you're in that setting? Not just like, you know, is this game your mood? So I'm going to flip back over to the game and let's see how this goes. So, oh, I actually do have the audio on. I don't know if that's coming across, but if so, I apologize. It is, okay. So I shouldn't just go like that, huh? Okay. Anyway, okay. So let's place this one here.
That's kind of cute, though.
Yeah, it is. It's like programmed really well where everything moves around too. So that's a high number, and I didn't think about that. So now anything I place next to it is not going to be that high. So whoops. Okay, well, let's go with.
I just meant the sound is still coming through.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Click
there you
that. Go. And then these are not going to do anything for me right now. Oh, okay, I see. Once you're down to 1, it looks like it replaces it. So, okay. So if we go 4 and 4 here, theoretically. No, I figured that these 3s would go together too. Okay, Angel's saying the sound's still on. So let me mute that real quick. I'm hoping that this will work. Because normally people will code in where you can just like mute it. But let's see if I just turn my audio all the way off. Well, I guess if I did that, then I'd also mute you, Angel. So.
Oh, okay.
I guess we're gonna have some audio. So I'll just be careful with like pressing things.
How about on the tab? Like usually there's a little mute.
Oh, that's true. There is. You're right.
Like when you make the noise, but I don't know.
Yeah, usually there is, but yeah, I'm not seeing it. Maybe I could figure that out during my break in between here.
Oh, and that's fine. I just didn't want you to have to talk over that because it's pretty loud.
Gotcha. Ooh, there's a basket with a 2 on it. So that means, I guess if I put that up here, no, those don't increase in number. Okay. Okay, so if I play a 1 here, it collects that.
Jamie says if you right-click the tab, it should give you the option to mute that specific tab.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. All right, thank you. Jamie, you're awesome. And Angel, you're awesome for passing that along.
It's still making the noise, though.
Oh, no, so it muted it like here. Oh, I know how to fix it. It's StreamYard then. Okay, so if I go over here and there we go. That should fix it.
Okay, let's see. Yep, there we go.
Okay, cool. We're learning something new all the time. All right, now I can go over this stuff like crazy and it's okay. Okay, so theoretically, if we play this 3 here, it becomes a 4. And then if I play this 4 here, that gets collected. And then if I play this 2 here, and then I'm hoping that the basket will be like 2, 2. Yeah, there we go.
Rochelle says plucking veggies and strings. Nice.
It's true.
James says, LOL, make that music, Beth.
That's awesome.
And Jamie says, wahaha, that designer really wants you to hear that strings.
Absolutely. Oh, I should have played the 2 over here because now it's going to go 1 and then I really thought that like when you did that, it must be when you play a new card, then it'll gather all of them. Okay, so the order really matters. I'm not going to be good at this game already, I can tell you right now. That does not mean the game is not good. It just means I'm not good at it. That happens a lot.
Hey, it happens.
Yeah.
It's just because it's not against me, which you always beat me, so.
That's how it works, yeah. Yeah.
I like the little art on this. It's really simple and cute.
Yeah, I agree. It is really nice. Okay, I think, yeah, see, it's showing on the screen there. If I place this 2 here, it's going to grab all the ones above it and the one below it. And I think when it turns into a 1, hopefully it'll also grab all the rest of it, but I'm not sure. Okay, no, it just goes away once it's done at once. But if I play this here, there we go. Now we're clearing some stuff. Now you're cooking with gas. Now you're some other pun with vegetables. I'm sure someone in chat will be able to come up with a great pun for vegetables.
Oh, Rochelle already has said, didn't like being strung along. So the puns have started, just not the veggie puns yet.
Ah, I see. Well, okay. Okay, so throw those there, and then this one should grab all those. There
Yeah,
we
the
go.
strings are too much for me, James. Like, I'm always making people mute their video games. Like, the redundant
Yeah,
noise drives me crazy.
I listen over here sometimes to video game music, and like if I have my headset or my headphones not on, I'll always like mute that or like just skip it so the angel doesn't listen to that. These are a high number of pumpkins. Dang. Let's go. Oh, there's water on the left side too. I did not realize that. Bum bum bum.
Rochelle says, I thought I'd leave the veggie puns alone. I didn't think anyone would root for them.
Wow, that was a double
Double
pun. Way to
puns,
go.
yes.
Oh, I see. Maybe that's the challenge of this game. Like as it goes on, the numbers get higher.
Rochelle doesn't beat around the bush.
Yeah. High numbered pumpkins. I think I'm basically out now because this is gonna be like a 5, and then no, this one's a 5 too, and then there we go. But now I don't have another 4 because I should have played in the other order. But I'm just gonna slap these things in here, and this game's probably gonna end very soon. Oh no, because I had to place it by water, it turned into a 3. Oh no, how dare you? Pincha zoom aus. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw these in here and end the game. So okay.
That is a bummer. You knew you failed like before it's over.
Yeah.
Like,
I will say I'm not actually gonna play this again, but I will say it's really nice when a Ludum Dare game lets you just play it again. A lot of these, because people make them in 48 to 72 hours, like you have to refresh the page or you have to like just completely restart whatever like thing you're on because it doesn't work. Also, if anybody is watching this and does Ludum Dare stuff at all, one thing I highly suggest, because you can tell this one here on the screen, this is the game on itch. Itch is really nice. They actually have like a Ludum Dare tag that you can put on it, and then like it tells you that's a submission for it, and you can even click here to see all the games on there. And it's really nice because I'm going to come back to this one, but this is to show you. Now you can just go through and see all of them on itch. And then, Ludum Dare does this too, but you kind of have to be part of it to really see the system well. Here, you just get like these really nice, like, the previews and everything like it normally does on stuff. And some of these titles, by the way, are just amazing. Like Today I'm Harvesting You, but it's like a romance game. That's amazing. But yeah, I love that because there's so many of these where I just look at it and I'm like, I want to play this game. And it's like, these were made over the weekend, like 1,600 games were made in a single weekend on this single like theme of harvest, and you get to see this stuff. So I'm going to jump back over here and I'm going to rate this thing. Overall, I would say a 4. Honestly, this is the type of game I feel like if I were to keep playing it, I would rate it a little higher because I'd be better at it. For fun, I would definitely say 4 also. Innovation, I would say is high. The only reason I'm not giving it a 5 is because normally innovation also includes like some really weird, wacky twist on what the theme is. And that's the only thing keeping it from being a 5.
because
the
it's
theme
like
is
straight up harvest.
Yeah, the theme is definitely a 5 though. You are 100% harvesting. Like there's not anything to do with not harvesting in that. I'm not going to rate the audio because again, I'm going to try to keep that muted. I'm not going to rate that. The humor, I would definitely say, is on the higher side. And then mood, I think there's a good mood in that one, so I'm going to go with like 4.5 again.
It's really whimsical. I like it.
Yeah, exactly. And I love that, especially in such a short amount of time. Usually, you don't have the time to add those little like extra things, like the wiggling of the cards, or the like. It changes color when it's by water. Things like that are usually things
Right.
that get added after the jam. So I definitely gave that good scores on that. Smart balance negative 6.9. I can't not point that out. Okay, so what these numbers mean? Smart balance, classic balance. I have no idea. But karma from feedback given and ratings given are based on the same thing. This is when you are giving people ratings, you get karma from it. And then when you get your own game rated, I believe that's what makes the karma go back down. So the premise here is that you rate a lot of games, then people are giving your game the rate, and then like your rating goes good down. So like or your score on that goes down. The goal here is to hit 20, which they're extremely close, 19.85. You need 20 basically to get ranked overall. So out of the 1,600 games that were entered, probably like 14 to 1,200 will actually hit that amount. Some of them are just like so difficult to play that people can't. Or like, even mine, like a lot of times the tabletop game, I have to work extra hard to get 20 ratings because people see that and they're like, oh, I can't just click through and play this game on a website. So I'm okay. I'll pass. So there's my ratings on that. So
we have a comment from JD the Lazy says, play my game too. If you put a link in there or tell us the name of it, we will.
Yeah, absolutely. I can play that next even. That's cool.
There's a link.
Thanks for coming by. Yeah.
Awesome.
I'll check that out. Yeah. All right, I already love this. Damn rats. And with a video. Like, oh my goodness. I am sharing. Yeah, I'm sharing the right tab. Okay. Just making sure y'all aren't like, what are you talking about? So, okay. Hi there. This is a very, very simple game. The player needs to protect the crops on his farmland from the monsters. I love when other people use capital letters in stuff too, because like enthusiasm is important. So, all right. There's another itch game, which again, I love it.
They say simple game, only one level.
Oh, cool. Okay. Let's see how fast I can fail at this game too. I'd love to learn Unity sometime. I used to make Flash games before Flash was like completely eradicated. And Unity's, I guess, probably the closest thing to it, or HTML5, like the last game we just played. But I don't know, Unity just feels closer to me.
I miss your little Flash games.
Yeah, they were fun to make. It'd be cool to try that for another Ludum Dare. The next one is in April, I want to say. So, like, while that's uploading here, I'm going to...
Maybe we can combine it with a tabletop game.
Yeah, kind of like Pinchazumos did here. Like, there's a tabletop game in that. Let's go. Yeah, April 28th is the next Ludum Dare. So if anybody like watching this is curious about Ludum Dare doing one, try to keep the 28th, 29th, 30th free. And then 31st, if April has January, February, March. Yeah, okay, so 30th and then the 1st.
Or at least set aside a good amount of time per day so that you can actually create something.
Yeah, exactly. It's awesome to be able to do that.
We like to check what has been, kind of called from the topics so that we can get a general idea of what direction might be happening in the theme. So that it gives us a little to think on too.
Okay. Yeah, it still shows it. I'm going to flip over while that game is like loading here. Share this tab instead. So the way Ludum Dare works is within the last, with 2 weeks to go or so, people can submit whatever themes they want to, up to 2 of them usually. And then from then on, there's this theme slaughter where you can either up or down vote each theme. I did a stream where I did all of them this time. I'd never done it before. So we got through all of them this time in like 3 hours, I want to say. The last hour or so was just like, up or down, like over and over again. But once that's done, with about 5 days to go, there's 3 rounds of voting and then a final round after those 3. The first 3, at least this time, I want to say it's all every time, but there's 16 themes you can either vote up, vote down, or vote neutral. So like these red ones, I voted down. The yellow ones were neutral. The green ones were up. There's 3 rounds with different themes from that theme slaughter. And then after the 3 of those are done, you get this final round, which pulls the highest rated ones from the first 3 and puts them all together. So everybody knows that one of these 16 themes is going to be the winning theme. You can see we upvoted Salvage and Harvest, the other side, and Cartography. So we actually upvoted Harvest, which like I wanted Salvage more, but Harvest is fine too. Okay, and we're here. So I'm going to share this tab. That is cute. I'm actually going to keep the audio on this one. And no, I'm not. Because I can't like Oh no, it's already off. I forgot. I have my audio on it. Oh my goodness. You literally just like, like fly swatter the rats. That's awesome. I'm I'm not hearing you. I don't know if it's because I'm hearing audio from the game, but like they're eating my crops. How dare you?
It's like Hitchhiker's Guide to the
There we
Galaxy.
go. Yeah, that's true.
The field, like with the fly swatters.
Yes, that's true. Like I think smack. Okay, this is already getting high mood from me just because like it feels amazing to hit the button and have the like effect happen. Like I feel bad smacking these rats in the face, but like at least they don't like have a dying animation. You know, they're just like they're gone. Like so you can just pretend they just ran off. Like you know, you're smacking near them and they're like, oh
Yeah,
no, and they're running away.
you don't have like grody splatting. Like that would be a little gross. The garden would not be like kosher then, I guess.
Yes. I also do appreciate one of the things when you're playing Let 'em Dare games, like to rate them versus like just playing them for fun, is like, okay, I'm holding the mouse down right now and it's not just automatically killing things. Sometimes that's something people will forget to code in or whatever. The same thing if I just keep tapping, I'm not like insta killing everything or, you know, chasing away. Like I'm only hitting every so often. So it's important to know that, like, you know, that these bugs were found and the bugs were smacked, you know, with a fly swatter too. And I do appreciate that the rats start coming more quickly. A lot of times with the Let 'em Dare games, the game ends because you get bored of it. You know what I mean? Like they don't have enough time to really code in the whole like, oh, this is going to get harder. So like you can just play it for like 6 years if you really felt like it without losing.
JD says you can also use the space instead of mouse click.
Oh, oh yeah, okay. I like that. That's cool.
And it's quieter.
Yeah, this mouse is really loud. I'm assuming it's not intentional. It might be because I'm hitting like a rat with it. But the like double sound is actually more fun than the single one. Like sometimes when it hits, it's like flack flack, and it's like really cool. Also, what's cool about this, and I forgot to share the first one, but I'll share this one after I'm done playing it. Um, Anyone can play this. You know, like it's out there. It exists now. So like this is on itch. You don't have to like go to the Let 'em Dare page even or anything. It's just like, ooh, save and harvest 50 out of 56. I like the count too. I feel good about being able to harvest so many.
I like the shadows that you added for the fence and the rock as well. It gives a lot of depth to the picture. Like that's a nice little detail.
There's the link for if anybody wants to play that. And I forgot to say, well, I forgot I wasn't going to comment on it anyway, I guess, since I know that person with the last one. But this one, since I literally just met you, JD, I might as well go ahead and do all this too. With the at the bottom here, what I'm trying to say is there are comments, and so basically you kind of like, you know, you give more specifics than just these numbers because when you do these numbers, you don't know who did it. Like you don't, you just at the end of it, you'll see like the average ratings or whatever, but that's it. So overall, I'm gonna say 4.
You are still on the other screen as well. So if
Oh,
you
whoops.
want to share that,
Thank
you'll
you.
flip it over.
Thank you. This is why, like, it's always amazing having you here. Like, other
Aw.
than you know, just being able to talk to you. So overall, I went with 4. The fun is 3.5 because it did get a little repetitive, but I do like all the like additions to it. The innovation, I'm going to go with 4.5, just like I did the last game, because you're harvesting, but you're also preventing. So I don't think anybody like else would have thought of like smack rats away. And I'm literally trying to make a game about someone's pet rats, and yet I'm still like smack all the rats. It's definitely a 5 theme, and the graphics I'm gonna give that a 5 too. Like you said, not only I'm gonna close the window so it doesn't keep making music for me, but not only is it like do they have the shadows, the plants, the crops themselves grow, everything's very nicely 3D and everything. And I know I said I wasn't going to rate audio, but I'm going to. I'm giving that a 5 just because the thwacking noise is so great.
Rochelle says the thwacking sound is very satisfying in that one, and also Mice Job. I only got 46.
Ooh. Yay.
And JD says, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for sharing it and for coming by. It's awesome. Like, it's lovely to meet you. I'm gonna at the top here somewhere there's like a, let's see. I'm guessing you're Mr. Lazy since you are JD. Lazy. Something to do with lazy.
Well, it does say JD the Lazy on here. So
The lazy. Okay. So yeah, I just clicked over and I followed Mr. Lazy so that now in future Ludum Dares I will see what you put out. And then mood is also a 5. That the thwacking sound is perfect. I am going to apologizing for the scrolling here, but I'm going to leave a comment here so I can also show what I mean about the extra important thing that like people may forget about with Ludum Dare sometimes, because everybody loves to watch somebody type and talk at the same time. Wow, if I could type. I hate that emoji is called blush because it just looks like a big smile, and I'm never blushing when I use it. But like, it's the cutest of the smiles, so it has to be done.
you don't like the flirt connotations of that.
Exactly. So now I'm going to copy that and I'm going to publish it. And then here's the trick. You go back over to the itch page because you forgot and closed it in the first place. And then now that I'm done scrolling on here, I can share over here instead. So what you do is you write your comment over here too. So then somebody has a comment on their itch page too. And I'm going to follow them also because totally deserved it. And I forgot to put my name here because Beth and Angel Makes Games is Angel and I. Together, we're both designers. We both make games. So I always put my trademark Sparkles and Beth so that people know it's me saying it and not Angel. Okay, cool. Share to this tab instead. Exit out of there to get the audio out of my ears. And then let's see. Does anybody else have any games that they've made that they want me to play?
And go ahead with when you have lined up, and then the next one can be if anybody mentions something.
That's a good idea. Okay. There's another name I'm almost definitely going to mispronounce. I mean, Grow in the Dark, I can handle that, the name of the game. But Flauschzel here is somebody who commented on my game last time, the Epic Athlon. And Flauschzel was really nice, very cool. Gave a lot of great details about it, some really good feedback that I could fix about the rulebook and everything else. And then I checked their game out, and I realized that this was a game I already played. Weirdly, here, let me actually click through here, and I can show you. It was Alarm Clock Arcade. I'm not actually going to play it, but like it's this really, really cute game where the theme was every 10 seconds. And this was actually played on like an alarm clock. Like you're given the alarm clock here. There's a perfect example of it. And you are the little dot, and you move around trying to collect the dots, Pac-Man style. But the thing is that, like, you know, as soon as this turns to, like, it's 28 seconds now, then it'll go to 29.
If you're showing, we can't see it. Just letting you know.
Oh, whoops! Thank you.
I heard perfect example, and I'm like,
I will learn to do this better. Dang it! But this is Alarm Clock Arcade, and it's this example right here. This says 28, and there's dots that you're going to collect as this blue dot yourself. But like every second, this is changing. So this turns to 29, and then it turns to 30. And when it turns to 30, then the lit up part of the screen is going to turn into the 3. And so if you're like over here, then you would fall off and you would lose. So you have to very carefully grab these things without being on a digit that's going to change, and which gets really tricky when like you get later in the game and the numbers are changing faster because you're on the other side. So like you're having to be really careful with like how you bounce around and stuff. I am going to flip back over to the other one now, and I'm actually going to do it instead of just saying it. There we go. I just noticed also there's a little icon in the top that shows which one I'm sharing. So I'll actually remember that in the future. Okay, so this is Grow in the Dark. The old witch wants to pick all of the glowing fruits in her garden tonight. Place some signs to help her find the way. Controls. Place direction arrows with your left mouse button. Rotate the arrow you will place with the right mouse button, E or R. Mute the music with M. Okay, I will definitely make sure to do that. Toggle full screen with F. Open the level menu selection with Q. Exit with escape. Okay. And okay. If you do, also, there's two different parts of the Ludum Dare. There's a 48-hour competition, the 48-hour compo, and then the 72-hour jam. I always do the 72-hour jam. The compo is much more strict. Not only do you have to literally create everything yourself. So if I were to make a tabletop game, I can't use Canva images. I can't do, like you can use fonts, stuff like that, but you can't use any sound effects that you find. You can't use music that you find. You can't, use an engine. Well, I think there's a few engines you can use, but for the most part, you have to code everything in the game yourself. Or in our case, it would be draw all the cards by hand, things like that. So definitely don't do that ourselves. But right here, the source code is for that reason, I'm assuming. You also have to work by yourself. So I guess, yeah, they couldn't have done this as a jam or as a compo entry anyway. Yeah, it says jam game here. Okay, so we're going to go and download this.
What was the name of the game?
Grow in the Dark.
Okay.
So this is going to take 3 minutes to download. I'm going to switch to the other game that I have and see if that one needs to be downloaded or not, because I had a few prepped here, but I didn't actually do any downloading or anything ahead of time. So this is the third one. After this, I'll be showing just like how to go through and find games, because these three are by people that I know. The last one was just somebody I'd met, last time and have talked to a couple times. The one before that is somebody I know personally. And then this one was just somebody who, on the main page of Ludum Dare, if I were to go over here, this is the main page when you get there. It's just ldjam.com. There's basically like a feed of news that people can put out. You could do blog posts. You can do, like I did when I did a stream one time, I did it. You can like share like your progress as you're going along or whatever. A lot of times people even put like, hey, I made this game like for Ludum Dare 48 and now it's, it's done. Here you go. Check it out. But you can, like, if somebody seems particularly cool, whatever. Actually, this is Pinchazumos right here. That's awesome. He's sharing, just found these pictures on my phone from the first time testing the game's core ideas. Thought some people might find them funny. And so, right, like now look, see, here's this thing. So like that's a great way to see it. Like that's how annoying it would be to have to do this as a physical implementation, because you'd have to put the cubes on each one and then like, okay, the 6 turned into a 5, so there's 5 cubes left on it, and you have to remember to like check that against everything else. But it's a great prototype, and it's Ludum Dare is very much about like experimenting and learning and sharing what you've learned. So very cool to see that kind of stuff. But then if I were like, hey, you know what, like this person's post is really cool, you can, I don't know how I wasn't following him, but there you go. You can just go through and follow. You can look at their feed, see other things that this person has posted, just all kinds of stuff. So you kind of get to know each other a little bit if you want to on Ludum Dare as you go, which I think is a really cool part of it. This game is called The Pit, and it's by Wouter52, who I met that way. Here it is, The Pit, a puzzle game where you need to grow and collect your own pieces. In the alien game world are 15 flower pots that can contain a plant. There are some weird ones. Plants can grow flowers/seeds, which can be used to grow more of that plant. Make sure to keep the pots filled. So this is I'd seen it kind of on in a previous post, but it's a polyomino placement game where you are going and gathering and collecting the polyominoes themselves from this planet, and then you play it and you place these things. So it's I almost kind of push your lucky, because it seems like the more they grow, that you have these more like absurd shapes. And then it looked like Tetrisy, where like, a complete row or a complete column there was completed. So it clears it off. Yeah, have a great night, JD. Thanks for coming by. And you too, James. Have a great day. I just flipped over really quick for that. you want to stop playing, blah, blah, blah. These are the instructions on how to do it. I am going to see if this is a download game or not too. Okay, no, it is web. So sometimes for hard mode on Ludum Dare stuff, what I do is I skip reading the how to play, and then you see how much of it's actually contained in the game itself. Sometimes people don't have enough time to add like a tutorial or anything like that. Sometimes they do. So it's interesting to see that stuff too. And I can always flip back over if I need to. I'm going to share this tab instead.
I was busy trying to find them on itch so that I could share links, but I can't find any of these games. So
Oh, no. Yeah, this one's actually just on their own website. This is
okay.
okay. So enter your name. Now I get the mess of stuff. One of the most fun things about anything with video games is trying to screw with it. So let me see if it'll allow me to put in my like.
That way people can play along with you if they want to.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, no, you cannot put emojis in here. The pit contains a playing field. Grow and harvest your puzzle pieces to collect points when a row or column is completed. The bigger your puzzle pieces, the more points you'll earn. Press enter to start the game. Press P to start the game, the post-jam version, or H for high score. I think that's cool too when people do separate those because they should very much be. Like, you should be rating the thing that's made in the 72 hours, but I like that you have the option for that too. Like, because the last thing you want to do is wait like 3 weeks until the jam's over to like actually like update your own game. It gets really annoying. I have to wait that long, and then you forget what you were doing in the first place. I do not see a mute button for the game, so I'm going to mute the tab for myself. Okay, so we're going to press enter. So the S button takes stuff. Well, that's simple enough. Cool.
I like that they're doing that underground. That's really unique.
Yeah, it is. It's interesting. Make sure to keep planting seeds to grow more plants. Once all plants are gone, you are game over. So press the A key, take seeds, and then I don't see seeds though. So let's see. Maybe you get the seeds from completing that. That makes sense. Like if I were to complete a whole, row or column, that probably gets you the seeds. Harvest this one. Hopefully that'll be big enough that I can. Nope, that one's small too. How dare you? How dare you all be small? You're ruining my life. Okay. There we go. There we go. I hit A on that one and it did take the seeds. So, okay. It must just be that like some of them aren't. Yeah, like I took part of that plant and then I see how it works now. And so those are going to grow over time. It's really interesting because the game is kind of real time then too. Like, ooh, that one barely fits in there. My goodness. Go. And I guess you can rotate. Okay, but you can't flip. You can only rotate. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, cool. That's a bendy one. Oh my goodness. I don't see that fitting anywhere. Yeah, that's not fitting anywhere. Okay, so if you click back on there, it does go back away. That's cool. Let's try to do like the example showed, and you just take like several of them then. Wow, that's huge. I feel like we need to make a polyomino game where all the shapes are this ridiculous, and you have to make them fit somehow. Oh my goodness. Just when you thought it was safe to play polyominoes. Nope. My goodness, I need some like straight up vertical, like give me a 2x2. That thing is just massive though, seriously. I'm never going to be able to place that. You can take seeds multiple times too. That's cool. Like boop, boop, boop. And you get all the, oh, you can like have, oh, that's interesting. Okay, I thought I saw like in the example they were placing just a single piece. And yeah, if you take the seed, you can place a 1x1. But then you have less seeds to put on other plants. That's really fascinating. And it's taking up space. So like it's very much like, oh, I should have taken that seed off of there. Then I would have been set. Oh no. Oh no. Whew. Yeah, I would definitely recommend playing this game. Good luck, though. I'm sure others are much better with polyomino games than I am. But like, oh, we need to get Carla to play this game. Oh my goodness, Carla needs to play it so she can be all like, "See, I'm still amazing at everything polyomino one is." Yeah, I cleared one.
Yay. I like that it changes when you're above ground or below as well. That's a nice little touch.
Yeah. Also, like really difficult. Oh, is that going to fit right there? Yes. Okay. Yeah, this game really gives you the whole like, it feels good to do the right thing, like feel too. That's nice.
Rochelle, if you played that, you'll have to let us know how you did.
Yes. Yeah. If anybody plays any of these games, please share. In fact, if you do, also these games are like a lot of them are on like itch or whatever. Like let the designer know what you feel about them too, because I'm sure most of them are not even going to know the stream ever existed in the first place. So, like, let them know what you thought. If you have any like suggestions or anything, of course, let them know in a constructive way, not like your game sucked, because that helps literally nobody whatsoever. But nobody here would do that anyway. You know what I mean? Like,
Rochelle says I did badly, but I like it. The idea.
Hey, I wonder if anything stops you from just being like, because like everything grows. Like, so I wonder if in its current iteration you could literally just like go around planting the seeds, and then it did say though you get more points from placing bigger things, so you could theoretically run around and just like take all the flowers and then like have 1x1 everything everywhere all the time, but then you'd get almost no points for it. Yeah, let's just do this. Let's go all in and make some really big shapes so we can finish this off and see what we can do with them. This is not play a single game for 2 hour stream. But it could be. This game is fun, I will say. Nope. Nope. Okay, and it does not just let you click anywhere and do stuff. Just double checking on that. Okay, so that says press P to end game and post score. So, oh my goodness. Some people have played the heck out of this game and done really, really well.
Oh, it's nice that they have high scores.
Yeah, I don't know who Wheels X is, but that is a lot of points. Like that is 2.5 times second place. Okay, I'm going to flip back over to the pit, which I will say is probably the only negative thing about this. Oh, no, I see, because you're filling in a pit. Okay, never mind. I was like, why is it called the pit? Like, but okay, that makes sense now. So we're going to share back over here. I'm going to scroll a bit, though, so forgive that. Trivia, fun fact, the program, I love when people share stuff about what they made. Trivia, fun fact, I programmed a lot of RNG in this game regarding plant growth. The seeds actually contain DNA to create the same plant, including grow pattern with a little mutation. So if you only plant green seeds from a plant that grows to the left, then you'll end up with a lot of that kind of plant. That's really cool. There are some meeps hidden in the background. Kudos if you know the reference. Pit means a hole in the ground, but in Dutch, it's also a kind of seed often found. Oh yeah, we've called that to like, like you have a peach pit. Makes sense. Tools used. That's cool. I also love that the bugs are crossed off and it says features. So, like, yeah. Okay, overall, this is definitely, I'm giving it a 5 because like that game is really cool and very unique. So definitely innovation 5. I'm gonna give it a 4 in fun because it did get really difficult to do much toward the end, and my brain just kept wanting to be like, okay, I'll just place a bunch of 1x1s. But I'm still giving it a 5 overall. Theme is definitely a 5. Graphics, I'm gonna go with 4. And I'm not rating audio. You can also with these just skip it. Like if like I don't necessarily think this game was funny, but it wasn't unfunny. You know what I mean? Like it's not like it was trying to be funny and did a bad job. So I'm just not going to rate the humor on it whatsoever. And then the mood, I'm going to go with a 4 because that seems very much like running around a planet placing things. And then I'm going to scroll a lot here, so look out. Zoom. There's a lot of comments on this game. Yeah. You can, if you make a Ludum Dare game, you can decide to make it where you can accept anonymous comments or not. I always keep that off personally because it even warns you in parentheses, like, only accept anonymous if you are okay with people being very harsh. Because yeah, like, if you hate a game or you hate a person, I guess I don't know why you'd want to be anonymous, but like if you wanted to say something really mean, you could just be like, this game is trash and blah, 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 blah. And then anonymous, like, haha, you can't get back at me. Because like right now, if I were to say something like, you could just click through the person's thing and then like you could retaliate. I don't see anyone on Ludum Dare doing that. But I mean, you could retaliate and like go check their game out and then give them bad scores. Again, I've never seen that happen.
Yeah, I would hope not. That would really just be kind of against the whole mood of this. So I
Right,
really like
exactly.
the karma, like with comments and stuff, so that like they are making sure that people are rating as much as they're getting rated and things like that. They've really made a good balance of that, and so it's good to keep it,
Oh, I forgot about that too. That's
healthy features.
probably,
And
sorry, go ahead.
go ahead.
That's probably why what the karma is too. I forgot about that. When you look at something like, I'm going to go over to my game really quick. I'm not like trying to like push it or anything, but just going to go down here. I have not checked out any of my ratings or anything yet, but I'm going to skip past them if I can, and just like, so like right here, you can heart replies or whatever, and then so that shows that you like them, or other people can like them, and then that gives you probably the karma, like, okay, well, your comments are getting liked a lot, whereas, you could just be terrible and then nobody
Oh, that
likes
makes
them.
sense.
So yeah, I'm going to go back over here, back to Grow in the Dark, which should be downloaded by now. Oh no, I see an error that says, yeah, it says it couldn't download because of a network issue, which is weird because I've been connected this whole time and streaming. So I have no idea. Let's try it again then. While that's going on, I will show you how to find games on itch. Like, especially if you're taking part in this, it's important to know. But okay, so that's downloading again. It is kind of amazing that this is a 19.5 megabyte file, and yet it says like 3 minutes to download it. So you go over to games. I am sharing this. Yeah, okay, I'm sharing the right thing. Okay, so you go over to games, and then the automatic filter is smart. And what that does is what I was talking about earlier, where like this game right here, this creator has done the most rating of other games ratio to receiving like ratings themselves. And then as you keep going, that becomes the opposite. There are other ways to sort it too. Like if you're just wanting to have fun or whatever, then you want to go with like, I don't know what the difference between feedback and grade is. There used to be like most ratings or something like that. Danger is a good one too. These are the two I usually go between. Danger means, this is the rescue filter. Everything with less than 20 ratings sorted top to bottom. Items on the first page are typically 1 to 2 ratings away, so help them out. So basically, especially as this timer gets down to like 1 day or less, it would just feel really terrible if you had like 18 ratings and you didn't get rated. So like if you have 19 or like 19 and a half or whatever, you're gonna be at the top here, and then it's gonna go down as you go. So like, let's just out of curiosity see Old Booty, the ship harvesting game. It currently has 19.8 ratings received. So again, you would just feel really terrible if like you had 19.8 ratings and then you weren't able to get rated overall because of that. But like I said, I usually do the smart. And even I forget this thing explains everything anyway. This is the modern balancing filter. It balances the list using a combination of votes and the karma given to feedback. You start seeing diminishing returns after 50 ratings, but you can make up for it by leaving quality feedback. So the goal of this, at least when I used to do it, is to see my game on these first like 2 rows until I had my 20 ratings. Because if it's not in the first parts there, especially as a tabletop game, people are just going to pass it by and be like, oh, whatever. Rochelle says, scroll down about 1,533 pages and it'll be my score in regards to the pit, which like that's probably legit. Actually, like I wouldn't be surprised if mine was about that far too. So like if we were to go right here, type eat says 3 ratings received, 8 given. So yeah, there's a big like imbalance there, but there is 0 karma from feedback given. So it might be that this person's giving very like brief karma or comments, or it could be some people just never even consider using the heart button on things. Whereas I treat it like Twitter, where like I literally heart everything unless it's like I don't like it. Like if it's on my game. And then like if I were to like post on, like if I posted with one of the other games I already did, and then they reply and they're like, oh cool, thanks for the feedback or whatever, then I'll totally like their reply too, because it's just like A, shows that I saw it, B, like I know I saw it then. A lot of times though, these games here in this part of the balance are very hard to play. They're ones that require a download. They're ones that sometimes you even have to like download it and like install in some weird way, or like run it from like your like from somewhere, not just like double clicking it or whatever. So sometimes these games are an issue for that reason alone also. Okay, that's only been an hour. Okay, like a little under an hour, so I have enough time for this one more here. Why did it error again? Hold on, maybe it didn't error this time and the first one errored. Trying to get this one game to download. Yeah, it errored again. I'm going to try to do that while I take my half an hour break in a little bit. So we're going to play Type Eat right now instead. So this one actually has a web version, so I'm not sure why this one isn't getting ratings. But
I was looking through the Ludum Dare page, and there's one called Harvest Zombies. Or no, I guess that's not the name of it. It says harvest zombies in slow-mo while drifting with your tractor. And it looks hilarious.
What is it?
It says harvest zombies in slow-mo while drifting with your tractor.
What game is that though?
I'm trying to find the name. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Punch, maybe?
Do you have a URL for it?
Yeah, I'm getting it now.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, Angel sent it to me via Facebook message, so I'll go ahead and post it in the chat here.
Yeah, I was on my computer instead of on my phone where my chat is.
Oh, no worries. Okay, I'm going to share this tab instead. I accidentally changed my entry from jam to extra. Okay, so one more explanation here. I had said that there are 2 different portions of Ludum Dare. There's the Compo, which is 48 hours and has a bunch of restrictions on it, and then there's the Jam, which is 72 hours and doesn't have those restrictions on it. There is a third one, and it's fairly new. It's called Extra. What Extra means is that it allows you to make something over the course of the whole month instead of just that weekend, if I remember correctly. And it's not rated at all. Like there's no ratings on those because by the time the month is up, then like, all the rating period is done anyway. So switching it between the two would be kind of annoying for sure. At least you can switch it back very easily. Okay. Angel also sent a link to a video about this game. So I am switching over to that right now.
Yeah, that's what I was laughing at, was the video.
Oh my goodness, that is awesome. That looks really epic. Like swinging yourself around. It reminds me of like my friend Pedro, where like if anyone's familiar with that or not familiar with that game, it was a game that I watched a long time on Twitter. The designer of that one was sharing a lot of GIFs of it as he was making it, and it's a very stylish game. You play as a dude who's running like through these different levels, and like you do like backflips and front flips, and they grab skateboards and run down things, and you're shooting all these people as you go. But you have a lot of like slow-mo ability in that one. Like,
is it bullet time? Is that what it's
yeah,
called?
bullet time, exactly. So you're like able to like really slow it down and like make sure you nail these things just right. You can like, kick things at people, or like if they're standing on the other side of a door, you can kick the door down and they go flying away. And it's I don't want to say basic graphics, but they're about like this level, and except that it's a 2D game. And so it's very just like very fast paced, but also like precision, and like I wasn't great at it, but it still felt amazing to pull some of those off because the levels are set up, on purpose to where you can pull off at least some of the stuff, without having to be the greatest in the world. But then like, if you are, you can really do well. So.
But a drifting slow-mo tractor just is so funny.
It is. Okay.
We're going for that humor rating for sure.
Oh, that one's a zip game too. So I'll try to download both of those while we're taking our half an hour break in a little bit. But I'm going to play Type Eat really quick first. This one is one that is on GitHub, actually, instead of the other places. You can upload anywhere. Oh, Rochelle, you already played it. That's awesome. You're ahead of me. Which one did you play? The Shred-a-Bunch, or Type Eat, or the one I've been trying to download for a while now? Something about grow. Like grow, something. I don't remember. Grow in the dark. I knew it was something with to do with light. There we go. That's it. Let's see. Tokyo Drift John Deere Edition. This just has a new name for it. Oh, that's awesome. That is very fitting too. Okay, so I'm gonna flip back over here. Share tab. This is Type Eat. Okay. One thing to know that I only learned from Ludum Dare games is that even though it says type enter, there's two different enter keys on your keyboard, and it matters. Like you could hit the one by the main keyboard, but not the number pad one. Let's find things to put in the cooking pot. Hurry up. Type the right letters. Oh, I thought I had to type the right letters. So I started typing it, and then I was like, fail. Oh no.
But you said type.
Yeah. So I was type, and the letters were like, moving and colorful, and like, so I was like, I'm just gonna do this. Yeah. Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Okay, that's pretty funny. I like that it actually stops for a moment too before you kick it. I am really good at typing stuff, so this shouldn't be a problem for me. But with that said, though, I am wearing gloves that I don't normally wear, so the music to this is pretty jamming too. Like, I'm happy with that music. This might be one of those games though where like the difficulty doesn't ramp up, and so like it lasts forever. Oh, no, there you go. It seems like it speeds up slightly between each one too. So like, right now it's going really slow, and then it was going faster, after a while and stuff. So before it swapped to double letters. I like the eyebrow change too. Like it's like, all right, I gotta like line up and really kick this thing because you have to kick the crap out of it to knock it out of the ground. FK. Oh no. And then afterward about it. Now we're getting a little tricky. Mostly because like you can't like with the gloves very well. Let's see. I also like that it's not actual words, so it's not like you're just programmed to type these things already. Like if it was the word "the," like you can just no problem at all. It's a little stressful because you mess up, like you lose automatically. There's no health or anything. So normally I don't look down while I'm typing, but now I am.
So is this like an anti-harvest game because they're like kicking the seeds out of the ground, or?
Well, some of it's I don't know. I guess it's like that looked like a part of a tire. That looks like a carrot or something, maybe.
That would be a funny way to harvest. Just
It would be.
drop kick everything out of the field.
Yes. I'm guessing the score is like 100 points per letter that's typed out because I'm getting 400 points right now, and I'm guessing it was less than that before that. So, oh my goodness, it's 5 letters now.
And yeah, you just got 500. So
Okay. I am not looking anymore, and eventually this game will end because, oops, yeah, I went to Q first. The face plant is awesome too.
So many veggies. A few dozen more should be enough.
Yes, a few dozen. Like, yeah, that's no problem. Okay. That was cute though. That was interesting. Okay. GitHub is just like a file repository, so it's not like I can, comment on it here. So I'm gonna. Oh no, I forgot, and I closed that out, and now I'm not sharing anything whatsoever. So it's gonna take me a minute to share screen and set that up right. So Rochelle says, "Oh no, I sneezed and tripped on my veggie." Oh my goodness, that's awesome.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah, that's definitely a very relatable thing that we all deal with all the time. Okay, so overall, I'm actually going to give that a 4. I wish that the game had. I should be typing this as I think it. I wish the game had health or something, so it wasn't a fail. I'm not going to say that first, but I'm just typing it down there so I have it. The fun, I honestly, I actually thought that was pretty fun, so I'm going to give it a 4. I'm torn. I'm going to give it a 3.5 on innovation because theme-wise, it's very innovative. Gameplay-wise, it's not the most innovative. So, like, 3.5. Theme, I'm going to go 4.5 because, like you said, you're harvesting. Like, you can't tell me that's not harvesting in some way. The graphics were like a little simpler, but also at the same time. Actually, is this a jam? Oh, it's a compo game. This was made in 48 hours with their own graphics and stuff. I'm gonna be nicer about that. 4 on that.
It took me back to Mavis Beacon teaches typing in school.
Can you repeat that? I could barely hear you.
Rochelle says, it took me back to Mavis Beacon teaches typing in school.
Yeah, that's very true. It was very that. I actually like the audio. I'm going to go with 4 on that. And the humor is definitely a 5. Like, I literally laughed several times and like it happened. It was not me like making that up. So like that totally happened. Funny. And a 5 on mood. So also for anyone not familiar, I am pretty generous with my ratings in case you haven't already seen that, because some of the games on Ludum Dare have been like absolutely mind-blowingly good. So like, like when I give these higher ratings, like if I come across something that's mind-blowing, I'm just gonna be like 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. I'm so sorry that I can't do higher. Like so like it's not exactly the most helpful for that. But I mean at the same time, this person made something in 48 hours and like that was actually fun. Like So I'm not gonna like rate it lower just because of the whole like, well, I might find better and I want to give it space for that, you know. So um okay, so we always start off with something nice because that's how commenting works. But we're also honest. Never like we don't lie in our comments to people when we comment or rate things. We just we're nice though. So this was genuinely hysterical, and I'm actually gonna throw some like laughy faces in there because that deserves it.
In case you can't read the small print, it says, "This was hysterical. I literally laughed several times as I was playing this. I am very fortunate to be a quick typer and not have to look at the keys when I type, but I wish the game had health or something so it wasn't auto fail. I still looked down at the keys a lot to make sure I didn't mess up, and eventually still did, typing a set of letters out of order. With that said, the fact this is a combo game is amazing. Well done."
Yes, and you read it with like the same enthusiasm and level of like humor that I like, or like enjoyment that I had when I wrote it. So that's perfect. um, and then again, I forget to do this a lot, but I am scrolling a lot, so look out. And we're gonna click on this person's handle. Oh, he has an itch page. I shouldn't assume this person has an itch page. We're gonna follow. Uh, do we're gonna follow over here, and okay, this game is not on itch yet, so but we followed there. I like to
Oh, that's
follow
weird that
people.
there's a link there and it's not on there. Oh, that's just a link to their page. Okay.
Yeah, to GitHub. Also, like there's one there, so this would probably go to that game
Okay.
or include it. I think that's really neat. Like I always think that's one of the cool things about Ludum Dare is that like you're finding all these new people and stuff. Like, and these are people that like gave up a weekend of their life to make something. So that's really cool. Before I take the hour, or the half an hour, or whatever, however long it ends up being break, I am gonna do one more thing, and I'm going to go over to the Ludum Dare main page, and over to I think it's where is it? There's a section for it under like it's usually like there's stats. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Thank you. So this is where you can see the stats of this particular Ludum Dare. There were 3,500 people that signed up. Um, I'm not sure what the 4,790 unique authors is. I think that might have been maybe that's the total, and then this is how many people signed up this time. I'm not sure, but currently there were 1,607. This was 1,601, so maybe yeah, there's 37 extra games, so those are still coming in. 1,607 games were submitted. Quick math says that that's 1146 plus 424 would be 1570. 1,570 games. Well, yeah, I could also do 1,607 minus 37. So yeah, yeah, let's do this the hard way. So that many games were submitted. And then they actually said in the future, for future Ludum Dares, they're actually going to include, and that was an old post, so it might be now. It doesn't have to be a game. It could be, you could make a video out of it. You could make crafts out of it. You could do whatever you wanted. So that's why I think it says crafts here 0. I've never seen this number not be 0 though, but I've only paid attention to this for this one and the last one. And then this shows how many ratings were received per entry. These numbers will change a lot over the next 9 days that we have left. But yeah, as of right now, only 770 games out of the 1,607 would get rated overall. So like once it's over, they give you this long list, and I can show you what that kind of looks like. If I go to my games, this was Ludum Dare last time. But at the very bottom here, you'll see, again, scrolling, at the very end, you'll see the overall ratings of everything. So, like overall, I was 258th place, which was a 3.841. But the weird thing about that is you have to remember that there were like 1,800 or 200, 1,600. There were like, it was well over, like, I remember whatever it was. This put me at like the top 16%. So like when you see 250th place, it's like, oh, wow, that's terrible. But like, really, when you think about it math wise, like top 15 or 16%, especially with a tabletop game, is like really amazing. And so you feel great about that. So, but this is what it looks like at the end, like your final results overall. So we will be back. And gonna go like
after these messages,
get water and stuff. So yeah, and hopefully get these games downloaded so we can actually play them when we get back.
Yeah.
So we'll see you in a little bit, and have a great day if you don't come back.